Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create variables that store decimal values. We learned how to store integer values in the last video, and the difference is that integer values can't store numbers that have decimals in it. So there are two types of variables that can store decimal values. They are double and floats. The main difference between doubles and floats is that the type floats can store smaller numbers, whereas the variable type double has the capacity to store larger numbers. So first let's learn how to create a variable of type float. Remember that you have to declare the type of variable that you are creating before you go ahead and write the variable name. So to create a variable of type float, you would write float, the variable name, which in this case I'm just going to name y, equal to, and then you would write something special. So for the float type of variable, before you write the variable value, you have to write float in brackets. So when you're creating a variable of type float, you would write float, the variable name, equal to, you would write float in brackets, which is essentially just declaring that this is a float type, and then you would write the decimal value, which in this case I can just make 9.8. So this is how you declare a variable of type float. Float is the only variable type that we're going to learn where you have to write float in brackets before you write the decimal number. So now let's learn how to create a variable of type double. Double is the other kind of variable that can store a decimal value. So to create a variable of type double, you just write double, the variable name, which can be z, is equal to, and then you write the decimal value, which in this case can be 4.5. And if I wanted to print out this decimal number, I can write system.out.println c. And when I run it, you can see that it prints out the decimal value 4.5. So this is how you create variables of type float and double. Now you know how to store decimal values in variables in Java.